I had been raised Episcopalian, and unfortunately my family, which broke up probably while I was in college, had not attended church since I was in about 6th grade. And there had been some sort of a rift between my father, I think, and the clergy surrounding money. I don't know. And so we just never went back to St. Luke's, which had been our, home church. My mom sang in the choir. I had been baptized Episcopal down in Corpus. My mom and dad, were divorced. My mom and I were good friends. But she called me one time when I was living in California, maybe 6 months or so, and she said, "Honey, I have something to tell you. Your father is gay." And, I didn't know, but I wasn't surprised. And I'm like, oh, that explains a lot. He was living a secret life. I never talked to him about his life. He was slowly, I think, punishing himself with alcohol, punishing himself in a way that now I understand, but I didn't understand then why. A few years later, maybe 3 years after I got married, got a phone call from my mom. "I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've been calling you all day." And I said, "Is Dad dead?" And she said, "How did you know?" I said, "He was the victim of a serial killer who preyed on homosexual men in bars. And this was the second time he'd been attacked in his home, and this time they killed him and stole his old Cadillac. And it felt like fog. It feels like fog. I didn't go to the trial. I didn't go to the execution. That murder ruined my brother's life, both of them. I didn't even know how cruel my father had been to them. I was protected from information that came to me after my older brother Jim died, and that was just a few years ago. I was supposed to have lunch with him, and he didn't call me back for a few days. And eventually I went over to his house and crawled into a window and had 911 on the phone, and I had God by my side, and I went back in the back room and found him slumped down in the shower. I'm pretty strong. I can do certain things. You'd never know I had to have 5 back surgeries. My mom told one of my old boyfriends that I was strong but not unbreakable. My friends at Riverbend, both in People in the Word and then later in Deeper Journey, were just so incredible and supportive. In spite of many tales of stress and disappointment, I'd say that our experience in being in a community group as husband and wife was very instrumental to helping us to be more grounded in the Word and more optimistic about our options as we got acclimated to being in Texas and away from family. And having lost most of my family, this is now my church family, our church family, and the abiding love of Jesus Christ always been with me, whether I was paying attention to him or not.